Hi everybody, welcome to the Nick the Brave Chemo Kitties and Canines podcast. I'm your host, Nick the Brave. As someone battling cancer, I know how important it is to stay positive in the rough times. This is the only podcast that looks at the heroes behind the scene who help people that need it the most. Hi everybody, welcome to the Nick the Brave Chemo Kitties and Canines podcast. I'm your host, Nick the Brave. Today, everyone, I want to introduce to you Wendi McLendon-Covey.
Perfect.
That was the whole podcast. The reason you've seen her in the Goldbergs TV show where she plays the part of Begley Goldberg, and you might know her from the movies Bridesmaids. Hi, Wendi. Welcome to the Nick the Brave podcast.
Nick, thank you for having me.
I know I introduced you a little bit, but could you tell listeners about yourself?
Well, like you said, I'm on a show right now called The Goldbergs, where I play a crazy mom from the 80s. I've also been in Bridesmaids, like you said, and a show called Reno 911. And I've also done movies like Blended and Goosebumps 2 and What Men Want. A lot of fun stuff like that. But I live here in Southern California with my husband and 6 kitties.
You have more than me.
Yeah, I do.
And I'm an animal herder.
Well, you're not a hoarder, you're a lover.
I got my mindset on exotic bird now.
Oh, really?
I had those little tiny birds you get like at the pet shop.
Right.
They got colds and died, but
oh no.
But it's so hard with the coronavirus to go anywhere because I haven't been out of the house in like 30 days.
Oh my goodness.
But
not even in your yard?
That's part, but like you can't go, like I can't go to like the store because my immune system is like bad. So
yeah. Oh, so I bet you're going crazy.
Just a lot of binge watching shows.
Yep.
I've been watching Grey's Anatomy. I can't believe I'm on the 10th season already.
Whoa! You are? Oh my goodness. Well, you really have been binge watching. That's a lot of TV.
I've been binge watching it for a couple years. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
I can't believe I'm on the 10th season already.
That's a lot, though.
Wendi, this podcast is about people who help others. So my first question is, you have many things going on in your life. How do you strive to help other people as you do your jobs?
Well, yeah, I work a lot. And so it is hard for me to, get out and pitch in all the time and do like all the volunteering stuff that I would want to do. But what I can do is entertain people when they need a break from all the negativity. And I can write checks to organizations that I am passionate about. Like one thing I really am passionate about is keeping the arts in schools.
I like to do art.
Yeah. And arts meaning,
like music and stuff.
Not just that, music and drafting and singing, painting, dance, that stuff, but also science. Because that's important stuff too. So I'm passionate about keeping those programs in schools, and because we need more Zachs, don't you think?
Yeah.
We need people like you who will innovate.
Yeah. What made you get on the positivity track?
Well, I have my own problems with depression sometimes. And I found that the best way to get out of my funk was to focus on other people and other things. So I kind of feel like that's what you're doing too. Like you're taking a situation that's not great and you're making something good out of it. Correct?
Yeah.
So that always feels better to take the focus off yourself and do other things.
The podcast, I've been doing this all the coronavirus thing, and everyone says it's kind of like a distraction from the coronavirus.
Oh, yeah. And that's a big deal, providing a nice distraction where people can, feel normal and take their mind off their worries for a while. That's the best thing you can do sometimes.
In your career, you find yourself dealing with all sorts of people. Mm-hmm. Some are more positive than others. What do you do to stay positive with the negative people?
Oh, that's a tough one, because sometimes when you have to work with a negative person, it throws you off. So the best thing to do is give that person their space and keep focusing on what you're doing, because what you're doing affects a lot of other people. So you have to be in control of your situation and your circle of people. And you don't want to add to the negativity. Sometimes, when you're dealing with, especially an adult, adults should know better how not to bring their negativity into the room and push it on people. But sometimes they don't. Just give that person their space.
Yeah. Speaking of adults being not like negative, but I still get stares from adults too.
Really?
And that's because I'm old, not like older, but I've been told I have an old soul.
Yeah.
They look at me like with dirty looks, like I'm not like a good person.
What?
Not like they look at me like, ew. Like with the dirty look, like I don't want to be around you because I have a bald head or something.
Well, let me say this, or ask you this. Do you think it's because, you do have a very mature soul? I wonder if people think, oh, that kid can see right through me.
Probably.
That's probably what it is. They know they can't hide their stupid tricks from you.
People are different. Do you think their positivity brings people together?
Well, yes, I think it does in a way. Or at least my type of positivity will bring the right people towards me. You know what I mean? Like we all have our tribe out there. And so I don't expect everyone to like me or my brand of positivity, but the right people for me will like it.
What are your positive things that you would like to tell everybody to know about the people you've met in the world?
I would say that everybody that I've met is, all people are good at heart. I think most people are born good people. Things happen to them in life that are maybe not great. And some people have the tools to deal with it, other people don't. But what I find is that if you keep going, when you come out on the other side, you will laugh at all the bad stuff, and there's a certain percentage of bad stuff that's just going to happen to you. Okay. Sometimes it happens all at once. Sometimes it happens when you're a kid. But that just means there will be a time when you're standing on top of that mountain of ugliness and you're going to be like, I won.
Yeah. Even positive people have bad days.
Always.
My bad day was when I got this and my pack.
Oh.
It was just bad luck all day because an hour before this happened, and then it was just a bad day. Oh,
just a bad day.
But I ask this question every podcast. Who do you think is someone positive that should be on my podcast in the future?
Well, if you watch the show, you watch the Goldberg, the guy that plays Adam Goldberg. His name is Sean Giambroni. He plays my youngest son that I'm always bothering.
Wendy, I am so happy I've met you, and you're a really fun person. I appreciate you being a positive force in our world. Thanks for being on my podcast.
Thank you for having me. Nick, you are awesome.
This is thepodcastfactory.com.